Hey Google, how do you say I have been waiting so long for you in Japanese?
私はあなたのために長い間待っていました。
Oh, so. Yes, I have. I have been waiting a long time for this. 2 years. Let's go ahead and take the plastic off of this thing. Okay, taking a quick look at the box. Q5 DAC and headphone amplifier, Qualcomm aptX. It's got the Bluetooth symbol. Made for iPod, iPhone, iPad. I am an Android user, but I know that this will work. Android is a kind of a jungle, so saying that you support it and then not being able to is a bad thing. So FiiO was hesitating to say compatibility with Android, but so far for me, I've had no issues with FiiO devices connecting to Android. Side of the box, back of the box, no logos indicating anything otherwise, so I'm going to go ahead and get to the next step. All right, we're on the inner box, the box that comes in the box. We are almost there. Hey Google, how do you say we are almost there in Japanese?
私たちはほぼそこにいる。
Okay, all right, okay. This is a Chinese company though. Let's see if she can do this. Hey Google, how do you say we are almost there? I can see the finish line in Chinese.
我们几乎在那里，我可以看到终点线。
Now, if you're Chinese, you can tell me if that was accurate or not. I've never tried Chinese. I love Google Home. It makes my home so awesome. I'm in box number 2. I've been waiting 2 years for this Q5. We take the lid off. Push it to the side. Respectfully. Now we've got instructions, like a schematic of what this device is and what all of the buttons do. And let me get a quick look at it. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Pretty much everything you need to know right there. Let me go and put that right there. Let's go ahead and lift this up. I can feel the supple, sweet PU leather under my fingers right now. Oh, I've been waiting for a long time. You got to remember, before I was into DAPs, I was into, and I'm still into, DAC amps that I can pair with a large screen like a Note 4 or newer and turn a big screen badass. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice, doesn't it? So remember, we've got a removable amp like the X7 and the X7 Mark II. And in fact, this has the same amp removable as the X7 Mark II. Balanced, regular, and then it's got the USB, which I'll connect to my Note 4. It's also got a charge. It's got, I believe, a reset, if I'm looking at this thing correctly. It's got a play and a pause, and then it's got previous. Okay, so this is basically next, previous, and then play pause right here. And then when we get to the top, we've got optical and coaxial, and we've got line out. We've also got gain, low and high, and the special thing that we've got here that I consider to be extremely special is that on a amp and DAC, because I have a couple in my possession right now that I'm going to go ahead and compare with this later, we have a bass boost. That is so utterly important on a lot of cans that have everything but need a little kick in the bass, but the EQ is not easy for some folks. And also the quality of a hardware bass boost is superior to a DSP driven EQ any day of the week. This is very, very important, and I'm very excited to try this out. Roll it over to the side, and we have Well, that's the power button because it's surrounded in red. Am I right? And there's the blue. I think what I did is I missed the colors that were the rainbow. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Okay. Now is this going to do different colors or just green again? Oh, it cycled through them. Boom, boom, bing, bing, bing. Okay, there we go. There's no clicking with the volume. It's quite, there's a lot of play in there. I'm going to give a listen to this. Obviously, because you're watching this, you know that I just opened this. One more time because I have OCD, and what's the point of having flashing colors if you can't go through them? Red, green, purple, bam, 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 bam. That's worth the price of admission right there. Turn it off. Been waiting for 2 years for this thing, maybe a little bit longer than that. When I first got into FiiO, I got the FiiO X5 Generation 1, and this was something that was kind of rumored to be in production. They were asking for ideas, or which one do you think is the better design? They had one with like 3 lines going down it, and they had different thing, and I always thought this is a great idea. The base switch on this, it's got 2 AK DACs inside it. It's got 2 separate amplification stages. It's got the ability to have true balanced, I believe. And it's got a base switch, which FiiO has always done very well with. So this is the combination of all kinds of great ideas. It's the removable amp stage of the Flagship DAC. It's got the base switch and the gain that comes with the amps. It's got all of the outputs and inputs that you could want. It's got light indications to indicate exactly what you're doing. You would know what you're doing anyway, but it's going to tell you exactly what you're doing, and it also will give you a warning when your battery's going down. So the blue light on the FiiO DAC is semi-functional, and its purpose is limited, whereas this device uses the LED light for very specific purposes. The input that's being used or output, and the battery status will be indicated by the light. So functionally, this is the first time they've really used the LED light in a real substantial kind of a way. 2 years. Put that right there. 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 That's a good light angle. I'm going to leave it right there. Now, continuing with the unbox. Take this frame out. Open this up. And we have a net bag. And then underneath the net bag we have a screwdriver. And then underneath that we have literature. We have extra screws for the amp module. We have rubber protector to go between the device and whatever you're going to stack it on. And that would be it for inside there. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got the rubber that goes on here. Let's put that, let's not put that there because I don't want to get dirt or dust on it. So we'll leave that right there. And we've got, these are looking cooler and cooler, to be honest with you. This is like a Amazon blowgun. Poop! And you're dead. Just like that. That's nice. Nice gold. Put that right there. So now we're using the net bag as a kind of Christmas stocking, where you open it up and you're seeing what's inside. We've got a coaxial cable. We've got the rubber bands, which looks like one size. They usually come. Okay, we got the small bands. And then we've got the larger bands. This small bands are I guess for like a small phone, then you've got the bigger bands, which would be for maybe something like a bigger stack. A lot of the newer phones, like I guess it depends. The Samsung S8, and I think these would work fine for iDevices because they're really not that big. But some of the Samsungs are quite large, as some of the other companies. So both of these, it's good to have both. That uncomfortable moment in the video when you wonder, what is the guy doing? A mini to mini. Let me go ahead and put these here because this doesn't look like where that should go. There we go. Here we go. We have a micro B to an Apple. So this would be the Apple cable. And we do not have a micro B to micro B for Android. So if you're an Android user, we're going to have to do some work. But that's always the way. If you're an Android user, you know the deal. That's how it goes. And that is not it, actually. There's something else in the bottom down here. And that would be the optical tip right there. So I'll put this here. And that is, in fact, it for the device. And then we have the micro B to USB data and charging cable that comes with the device. So we'll go over this again. We got the instructions, the layout of the device. We've got the device itself. We've got a protective net mesh bag. We've got the screwdriver to take off and switch the amp modules. We've got the screws in case you lose one of those little screws, because that's quite a possibility. They're very small. You got your coaxial cable. You've got your mini to mini. You've got your micro B to Apple device cable. You've got your optical tip. You've got your charging and data transfer cable. So when you put your music on your device, you could use that. Or it's just for charging, I don't know. Since this doesn't actually have storage on it, this is an amp and DAC. Storage would be on your host device. And you've got your rubber bands for probably most iDevices would be fine with the smaller ones. The larger ones would probably go better with a lot of the larger Androids, like the S8 Pluses and stuff like that, the Sony Xperia. So we got that. One more look at this. I'm very excited about this. This is really it's got a DSD indicator right there that will only be lit if a DSD is connected to it. I'd like to do that right now, but I'm going to do a separate video because I really got to do that separately. I want to do that. I've been waiting so long for this. People wonder why. If you check the YouTube and you check Note 4 versus FiiO X5 Gen 1 and check it, that's my video, and I did it 4 years ago, and I said that I really wanted something that was high quality that I could put on my phone. Why do I need two devices? Why do I need a DAP for great music and to use my phone? Why can't I turn my phone into a high-level DAP? I said that 3.5, 4 years ago. Used a FiiO X5 Gen 1 and compared it, and people, didn't like it. And look at where we are now, folks. This is what I said. This has got two DACs. This has got two AK DACs in it. This has got high quality Panasonic filters and caps. This is a high quality piece of gear. It is an amplification device, and it is a digital to analog converter, and it is made very, very, very well, apparently. And it's got a bass boost on it for people that don't want to play with an EQ. And it's got low and high gain, and it's got all the inputs and outputs that you would like. It's got Bluetooth. It's got pretty much everything. So this will be a review coming up not too long. I just got this, obviously. I just did the unbox. I'm going to put this video up within the next 60 minutes and then proceed to start listening to it. So thank you again to FiiO, as always. Much appreciation. And hey, Google. Nah, skip it. Save it for another time. Never mind. Thank you, Lily. Thank you to people at FiiO. Opportunities are always appreciated. And I will have a video and also do a written review on audioholics.com. Little plug for myself right there. Look forward to that, please. And we are done. Hey, Google, how do you say we are finished in Chinese?
我们结束了。